Seawind, Waterford.
For the first time on this journey, we made the decision to stay an extra day. Taking the time to absorb our surroundings is part of why Parker and I have embarked on this journey. Like many people, we tend to work way more than we play, and when we aren't being productive, we feel like we are doing something wrong. Living and traveling on a boat can be exhausting, and when you try to take a minute and enjoy some stillness and explore a new place, it can feel like a bad thing, especially when there's a larger goal you are chasing. But exploring and moving slow is what makes it all worth it. Here we are in Little Falls, New York, where the population is around 4,700. It was formed as the village of Little Falls in 1811 and was the port of call for shipping grain to Albany. Little Falls was once known as the cheese capital of the United States and led in the manufacturing of hammers, footwear, dairy equipment, and sectional bookcases. Nowadays, you'll find welcoming people, beautiful scenery, and plenty to do outdoors. There are beautiful historic buildings and homes nestled in the steep hills, but it is time for us to continue down the canal to Amsterdam.
Since leaving our home port, Seawind's boot diesel has clocked more hours than ever. I've been monitoring the oil level every morning and noticed that every 100 hours it uses about a third of a quart of oil. I found a few places like this one that are weeping oil, probably from gaskets that are starting to fail. I also check things like alternator belt tension and look over the cooling water pump for any leaks. This morning before departure, I also checked the engine cooling water filter for any debris sucked up into the basket. All good and ready for more service. Hey everyone, I'm Parker.
And I'm Katie.
And this is our boat, Seawind. I bought Seawind in 2016 with my entire savings and no clue what it would take to turn her into what she is today. With the help of my dad and a few friends, I slowly tackled project after project, transforming this old boat into what I envisioned when we first met. Halfway through this 5.5-year project, I met Katie, and we've been inseparable ever since. In truth, this only shows a fraction of what it really took in order to get to where we're at today, in a beautiful Anchorage, making this video.
Together, we have come a long way. We have learned the beautiful and brutal lessons that the water has to offer. We have come to know heartache and loss and to dance despite it all. I work a full-time job on the go, which presents its own unique challenges and opportunities. But at the end of the day, it's our desire to move slowly and live fully that makes it all worth it.
Sailing Seawind is our unique attempt at showing how we choose to live with a lighter carbon footprint, how we plan to make our mark on this ever-changing world. It's a place for us to show that every one of us is connected, and that we will all go further together. Just started the engine up. I have to go and return the key. So here at Little Falls, they're very high tech. You get a key to the front door, and then you have to drop it off in their very, very high tech drop box. That is very high tech. No one can penetrate that fortress of security. These guys hauled out this enormous tree from the river yesterday and sawed it up. The lock is only about a mile away. We're gonna drop down 40 feet. Lock 17's entrance is lined with steep rock faces. While waiting for the lock's green light, I decided to practice keeping Seawind in position by alternating forward and reverse with small rudder corrections. A very large motor yacht decided that it wanted to cut in front of us, so I did a circle and entered last. Incredible lock. Jeez. City of Little Falls. Guess what time it is? Breakfast time. Oh, that's like some sort of a research vessel. Oh, NYS Marine Highway. Interesting. Very cool. We've had some very shallow spots and some shoaling that was marked on the map that was actually true as we passed by them. And right now we're in this wide river, but we're coming down the left side here on the port side just to be safe. There's some 4 foot. We saw 2 foot of water back. That's under our keel, so it's deeper than that, but we have an offset in our depth sounder for just that reason, so we can easily know the amount of water underneath the very bottom of our keel, which is the deepest part of our boat. You can see here, today we have quite a few locks to go through. We have this one we're coming up on in a mile, that's lock 16. And then we have 15, 14, 13, 12, and we're going to stop right before 11. Lock 13, and I think we both have to give a shout out to the lock operator, Mark. He was definitely the nicest guy we've met as far as the lock operators go. It was really nice talking with him. Amsterdam. This is a really nice place. We found a cafe open at 6 a.m. We want to get on the water early tomorrow morning to make Waterford. And you just found one?
I found one.
Oh, that's exciting. So this place is really nice. It doesn't look like there's any water here, but we're pretty good on water right now anyway. We'll fill up in Waterford. Yeah, there's a pump out here. We don't need that. In case anyone's ever in Amsterdam with their boat. Yeah, none of these. These are all electric hookups. Yeah, it's all electric hookups. Nice electric hookups. We don't need electric either. So, yeah. We thought we were gonna have to pay, but it's the off season now. Everything's closed, so we don't have to pay. And we're docked in front of this beautiful, like, I don't know, what would you call this? Like a pavilion? A park, yeah. Check it out. Super nice. There's our boat right there. And so we're just gonna stay here for the night and chill, make some dinner, go on a walk, go to the cafe at 6 a.m. So we found this beautiful newly constructed footbridge that goes over the Mohawk River here. All this beautiful fall foliage and flowers and hydrangeas, yeah.
What once was home is now home again. So they're trying to revamp.
Next week on Sailing Seawind, we finish the Erie Canal, ending with the last set of 5 locks called the Waterford Flight, and begin heading down the Hudson River with some delicious New York pizza to Catskill, New York, which is the birthplace of our boat and where we will become a sailboat again.